Hi, I'm Erin. I am a 41-year-old mother of two, and I am genetically destined to develop Alzheimer's disease due to a rare genetic mutation. And um, today I want to talk a little bit about how clinical trials are structured in the space of familial Alzheimer's disease because I think it's really interesting. There are a lot of people in our community that don't want to know if they are genetically destined to develop Alzheimer's disease. Understandably, right? There's a lot of weight to that sort of information, but people who carry familial Alzheimer's disease genetic mutations are super important for Alzheimer's research because scientists know that these people are going to develop Alzheimer's disease, and they also know approximately what age they're going to start showing symptoms because it generally follows the pattern of your family, your parent from whom you inherited the genetic mutation. So we're incredibly important to Alzheimer's research because they can, look at our spinal fluid and they can look at our blood biomarkers and they can do PET scans and MRIs and look at whether we're developing on track with where we quote unquote should be according to our genetics. And that can help them determine whether medication is helping to prevent or delay Alzheimer's disease, right? But how does that work if people don't want to know whether they carry the genetic mutation? So the way that it works is, at least in the trial that I'm a part of, which is the primary prevention trial from Washington University, the study will enroll both people that know their genetic status as well as people that don't know their genetic status. So for people that don't know their genetic status, they will perform genetic testing, but they don't have to disclose the results of that test to the person themselves. And if that person is negative for the genetic mutation, they'll receive placebo rather than active drug. If the person is positive for the genetic mutation, whether they know they're positive or not, there's a split between placebo and active drug. And so in that way, they can test how the active drug performs against placebo. And they also use controls from what's called the observational study for this. So the observational study is just observing the natural progression of Alzheimer's in these families, and there's no intervention for people that are in the observational trial. So there's a 50% chance that in the clinical trial I'm in, I'll receive active drug in the first couple of years, and I'll do a second part.